What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna continue working on my 360 out of my 72 Ford F100, and I'm gonna start the video complaining because I just spent $77 on a set of bolts. And the reason why I'm complaining, they are stainless. They're not supposed to rust. They usually don't rust, but I used to buy a whole bag. Actually, I used to buy every single bolt for the whole motor for less than $100. I remember the most I paid was like $102 for every single bolt, stainless. That was like 3 or 4 years ago, and I can't believe I spent $77 on just a couple of bolts. I got bolts for the valve covers, for the water pump, some for the exhaust. I'm missing like a couple of bolts for the exhaust. And what else? Oh, for the transmission, I believe. But $77 for that? Come on, man. All right, so enough about my complaints. Let's go back to the motor. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna install my valve cover gaskets, and I gotta install my points and my, these are the points right here. These are the points. Let me remove these gaskets, it's just on the way. Okay, so these are the points and the condensers over here. I'm gonna replace those because this one is already a little bit worn out. The condenser, when they build resistance, it'll fire up. After a couple of minutes, it'll start misfiring or it'll just completely die. We don't want that, so I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna replace those two, and I gotta install the spark plugs as well, and that's pretty much it. Once I do that, I'm gonna add the oil. I'm gonna fire this baby up. I'm gonna be using rubber gaskets. I got my bolts ready. I'm gonna add silicone right here on this gap and this gap right here, and I'm also gonna add a thin layer of silicone all around because I want to make sure it seals properly. I already added some oil just to lubricate the rockers, and I will be doing the same thing on the other side. For the valve covers, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna do it by hand because I don't want to damage the gasket, and in reality you don't need to go that tight. And don't forget to add Loctite as well. I'm gonna go ahead and add the oil. I'm gonna go with 1030. I usually go with 1040, but they didn't have any 1040, and this is gonna be my braking oil anyways, so I'm only gonna run it for a couple of days probably, and I'm gonna do another oil change, so this should be good enough for now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and prime the engine. I'm gonna use a 1/4-inch socket with an extension. So you gotta remove the distributor, and where it sits on the oil pump, there's actually a shaft or a rod that goes from the distributor to the oil pump. So you're just gonna get it in there, and it's better to use a drill, and you're gonna turn it counterclockwise. I can already feel the oil going in. I'm able to hear the oil too, so and it's working. I wanted to show you guys real quick. This is the old distributor seal, and it's coming off in pieces. This thing is already, it's cracking. It's old, doesn't work anymore. And this is the new one over here. Let me get the new one. So you can see the new one is flexible, unlike the crunchy old one. I'm gonna go ahead and install the distributor now. I set it to cylinder number 1. I'm gonna put grease around here so that it doesn't go in dry and damages my new gasket. Once I install the distributor, I'm gonna replace the condenser and the points. I'm gonna install the spark plugs. I went with Motorcraft. I'm just gonna make sure that they're at 35 thousandths. I wanted to show you guys real quick. So this is the condenser, and these are the points. I got a black distributor cap this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. This one only has one screw right here, and it's gonna come out with the points. So I'm gonna remove the whole thing, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. All right, so you only remove 3 screws. This one right here, there's 1, there's 2, this is the screw, and the 3rd one goes right here, and this is the 1, and the whole thing comes off. So I'm just gonna remove the whole thing, and all you gotta do is just install the new ones. I'm gonna have to get another connector because this one is about to break off. I'm gonna order another one, but for now I'm just gonna reuse this one. I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to set the points. You need a filler gauge, and I'm gonna set it at 17. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's it has to be at 17. So what you do is you set the lobe at the highest point. So right now it's at the highest point, and you're gonna use this hole right here to open and close the points. And you guys gonna set them at 17. So I already set mine at 17. So this is the filler gauge, and it's at 17 thousandths, and I'm gonna make sure it goes in. So it barely goes in and out. And to double check that I have them at 17, I'm gonna use my 18, and this one better not go in. So there's my 18. It doesn't slide in. See, it's not sliding in. So they're set at 17. I'm gonna go ahead and just set the screw right there. I'm gonna double check it right now, but that's pretty much how you set the points. I hope I didn't confuse you guys about the points on the distributor, but pretty much you set it on the highest lobe and set the gauge to 17, tighten it, and that's it. And once you tighten it, double check it because it will move. You gotta do it a couple of times before you actually get it, but that's how you set the points. I already put my distributor cap. I got a black one. I'm gonna go ahead and put the wires. I gotta plug all the vacuums. I'm not gonna connect any vacuums right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on for you guys. Before I turn it on, I'm gonna put it on the floor because I gotta put the flex plate. I have no room for the flex plate, and I also gotta put another plate that goes on the back for the starter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the floor, and I'm gonna turn it on for you guys. I got my wires on. I also put a fuel line so I can turn it on. I'm pretty much ready. I had to remove the valve covers again because this corner right here was leaking. Apparently the valve cover is a little bit bent and it didn't seal properly, so I just added more silicone, and I mean, it should be fine now. I put a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the floor. I'm gonna bolt on the flex plate and whatever else I need to turn it on, but I'm pretty much ready to turn it on. The last thing I need is the coil, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the coil on. I'm gonna do that once I put it on the floor. All right guys, so I got it ready to turn it on. I already installed the coil. I put my flex plate, the starter, and I already went through a couple of batteries because I was cranking it. I wanted to get the fuel going, and I also wanted to adjust the timing just a little bit to turn it on. So I'm ready to turn it on, but the only thing is that I drained most of the batteries already, so I'm gonna see if it starts with this one right now. So I just connected the coil. I'm gonna give it some gas, and hopefully it'll start. I'm gonna try another battery. I don't have any coolant or water going through the motor, so I can't let it run for that long, but I wanted to show you guys the motor running on the floor. All you gotta do is give it some power, 12 volts from the battery. The distributor is gonna ground the coil and it should start no problem. I did set the timing. It was way off. That's why I went to a couple of batteries, because I was cranking it and I was way off on the timing, but once I got it close to zero, it started right up. I also had to put a container for the fuel. Now I'm gonna check for any leaks. So the idea was that the motor doesn't have any oil leaks. And I'm gonna check my valve covers. I don't see any oil. There's no oil on the valve covers. The rear main, it looks dry. I don't see any oil dripping or anything. Yep, pretty much. And then the oil pan, there's no oil on the oil pan either. Once I put it on the truck and I drive it for a while, I'm gonna double check, but I don't see any oil leaks so far. So I'm happy. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.